The international context for business operations is the global environment where firms operate across national borders, shaped by economic conditions, trade relationships, cultural differences, and legal frameworks. International business is the buying, selling, and production of goods and services across national borders by firms seeking to operate beyond their domestic market. The different types of business activity for an international business are exporting businesses that sell abroad, importing businesses that buy from overseas, multinational businesses that operate in multiple countries, and associated businesses that support international trade through services. An exporting business is a firm that produces goods or services domestically and sells them to customers in foreign markets. An importing business is a firm that purchases goods or services from foreign suppliers to sell or use in its home market. A multinational business is a company that owns or controls production or service facilities in more than one country. An associated business is a firm that supports international trade through services such as logistics, distribution, finance, or marketing rather than directly producing goods. The reasons for conducting business internationally are to achieve growth, generate additional revenue streams, exploit brands, access new markets, diversify risk, increase market share, gain market leadership, develop technological dominance, benefit from comparative advantage, achieve economies of scale, and gain fiscal benefits including preferential tax rates. Growth can be achieved through international business as firms expand sales volumes and operations by entering new countries beyond saturated domestic markets. Additional revenue streams can be achieved through international business as firms sell existing products to overseas customers, creating new sources of income. Brand exploitation can be achieved through international business as strong brands are extended into foreign markets to increase recognition and profitability. Access to new markets can be achieved through international business as firms reach new customer bases with different preferences and levels of demand. Diversification can be achieved through international business as firms spread their activities across countries to reduce dependence on a single market. Increasing market share can be achieved through international business as firms compete in multiple countries to capture a larger proportion of global sales. Market leadership can be achieved through international business as firms establish a strong global presence that reinforces dominance over competitors. Technological dominance can be achieved through international business as firms spread innovation internationally and benefit from global research and development networks. Comparative advantage can be achieved through international business as firms locate production where resources, skills, or costs are most favorable. Economies of scale can be achieved through international business as higher output levels reduce average costs across global operations. Fiscal benefits can be achieved through international business as firms structure operations to benefit from favorable tax systems and incentives. Preferential tax rates can be achieved through international business as firms operate in countries that offer lower corporate tax rates or tax reliefs. The different markets an international business can operate in are developed economies, emerging markets, and less developed economies. A developed economy is a country with high income levels, advanced infrastructure, a diversified industrial base, and a high standard of living. An international business would decide to operate in a developed economy as these markets offer high incomes, stable institutions, and strong infrastructure. An emerging market is a country experiencing rapid economic growth and industrialization, with increasing incomes but less developed institutions than advanced economies. An international business would decide to operate in an emerging market as these economies offer rapid growth, expanding middle classes, and rising demand. A less developed economy is a country with low income levels, limited industrialization, and weaker infrastructure, often relying heavily on primary industries. An international business would decide to operate in a less developed economy as production costs are lower and there is long-term growth potential. The factors that influence the choice of market are the type of product, costs, and the size of the market. The type of product influences the choice of market as some goods are better suited to high-income consumers while others match low-cost or mass markets. Costs influence the choice of market as firms consider labor, transport, and production expenses when deciding where to operate. The size of the market influences the choice of market as larger populations and higher demand increase potential sales and profitability. The methods used to finance international trade are prepayment by the importer, letters of credit, export credits, and bank loans. Prepayments by the importer are a method of trade finance where the importer pays for goods in advance before they are shipped. The advantage of prepayment by the importer is that it reduces risk for exporters, while the disadvantage is that it increases risk for importers. Letters of credit are financial instruments issued by a bank guaranteeing payment to an exporter once agreed conditions are met. The advantage of letters of credit is that they provide security for both parties, while the disadvantage is that they can be costly and complex. Export credit is finance provided to exporters or foreign buyers to support international trade by allowing payment to be made over time. The advantage of export credits is that they support exporters by providing finance, while the disadvantage is that they may involve government conditions or delays. Bank loans are funds borrowed from financial institutions that are repaid with interest and used to finance international trade activities. The advantage of bank loans is that they provide flexible funding, while the disadvantage is that interest costs increase overall expenses. The agencies that support international business are UK Export Finance, UK Trade and Investment, Chambers of Commerce and regional advisory organisations. UK Export Finance supports international business by providing guarantees and insurance to exporters, where the advantage is reduced financial risk and the disadvantage is eligibility requirements. UK Trade and Investment supports international business by offering advice and market access support, where the advantage is expert guidance and the disadvantage is limited personalised assistance. Chambers of Commerce support international business by providing networking, documentation and advice, where the advantage is local knowledge and the disadvantage is membership costs. Regional advisory organizations support international business by offering tailored regional support, where the advantage is local expertise and the disadvantage is limited international reach. The support that can be provided to international businesses are financial, advisory, and promotional assistance to help firms expand overseas. The types of support that can be provided are UK Export Finance advisors, trade fairs, identifying international partners and grants for international promotions. UK Export Finance advisors provide support by offering financial guidance and risk management, where the advantage is expert advice and the disadvantage is limited availability. Trade fairs provide support by allowing firms to promote products internationally, where the advantage is direct market exposure and the disadvantage is high cost. Identifying international partners provide support by helping firms find distributors or suppliers abroad, where the advantage is reduced entry risk and the disadvantage is reliance on third parties. Grants for international promotions provide support by funding overseas marketing activities, where the advantage is reduced financial burden and the disadvantage is strict application criteria. Thank you for watching this video on the international context for business operations. I'll see you in the next one.